we need to know about how JavaScript refers HTML and what are the input-output activities, how it handles input and output. These some basics are required. So in the last session, I given you all the techniques used for JavaScript. That means integrating JavaScript like inline, like embedded, like external file. And we discussed about strict mode. And we learned about legacy type, how we can use, and MIME type. All these are very important concepts about JavaScript you have to know. After understanding these points, now next important in JavaScript you need to learn is about how JavaScript refers, how JavaScript refers HTML elements. So that is another point. Actually, the purpose of JavaScript is to take control over HTML. To take control over HTML. That is the main purpose of JavaScript. The question is how it refers HTML. To take control over HTML, how it refers HTML. Right. Let's see. Actually, there are various reference techniques, different types of reference techniques. JavaScript can refer HTML elements. So by using DOM hierarchy. By using DOM hierarchy. That is first point. So many are there, one by one I will show you. So JavaScript refers HTML elements by using DOM hierarchy. That is the first one. What is DOM hierarchy? Already we learned in HTML. When we discussed about HTML, we learned that HTML presents everything in a DOM hierarchy. It refers HTML in a DOM hierarchy. And actually, this is the DOM hierarchy. So DOM, you don't need this architecture. You just need to understand the DOM. Yeah. This is the DOM hierarchy. That's the hierarchy of elements. Already in HTML, I explained that. So here in this, generally, we have HTML document, and this is the HTML document referred. So the parent is window. Window is parent. And in that window, so many objects are present. Your HTML document is this document. In the document, you have so many. Like you have forms. So like you have images. Like you have links and all. Now inside forms, again you have elements. Like buttons, checkboxes, radios and all this. This is the hierarchy of DOM. Now, HTML presents everything in this hierarchy. HTML presents everything in this hierarchy. So, JavaScript can use the same hierarchy to access HTML. What is good, what is bad in this technique, we will see. So first here, let's see how the concept actually works. So we are designing a HTML page. So we will create a HTML page, doc type, HTML, head, title, yeah, and title, some reference techniques, okay. In this body section, we are having an image, img. And for that image, we have width 100, height 100, and some border. So border as 1. Now, this is kept in a div, suppose. Yeah, that's the image. Below that, so we have another div. In this, we have a form. We designed a form. In that, so we have a heading like, so register. And here, username. And we have a text box. Input type is equal to text. And input type is equal to button, something like this. Now we have some elements in HTML. So there can be multiple forms. Suppose I have another div. And in that we have another form and login and email. Input type is email and input type is button. Okay. You can see this is some empty page. Page with elements with empty values in. We don't have any values for them. So we have HTML elements, and these are all the HTML elements. You have an image. We have a register form, login form. 2 forms are there. Now, actually, the buttons are empty, and the image is empty. I want JavaScript to take control over this HTML page. And I want JavaScript to put an image. And I want JavaScript to put a value for these buttons. So when I want JavaScript to take control on body load, that means for body, I am writing an event called onLoad. OnLoad, it will use a function called some body load. This is onLoad is a ready-made event. You can write onLoad for images, body, anywhere. This indicates when body loads, what should happen. This body load is our own name. You can give any name. So any name, you can give any name. I'm reasonably giving body load. Okay, now in the head section, I am writing a script. In the script, we have to write a function, body load. Okay. Now, when body loads, that means when the body loads, it will call this function. And this function should put some image inside this IMG. So here we have to write the logic. So how to access that IMG? What is the order hierarchy? You can see in the DOM hierarchy, you can observe here, where is image? So that means where is image inside the page. So we need to know the order for that, and you observe image is present here. So image is present here. So image is present here. This square brace indicates that it is a collection, array. That means multiple images. It is a collection, multiple images. That means page can have multiple images. So that is array. And images is present in document. And document is present in window. That is the hierarchy. So generally how we access now is, so we can access by using this technique. So the DOM hierarchy. So window is the parent. Dot in window, document. In document, we have images. Images is a collection. So an array. So in the square brace, we have to define. Now, there can be so many images. The first image we want to access, because only one image is there. Then its index number will be 0. It's 0. It refers to first image. So in the memory collection, the index number starts with 0. So at 0, first image is present. At 1, second image is present. We don't have any second image, only one image is there. So that is 0. That means you are referring to this image. So this indicates that you are referring to an image object. Okay. So to image, we need to put a source, then dot src, its property. What source you want to apply? Source is equal to, you know that image will have src. Source is equal to, so the image path. So dot slash assets slash some shoe dot jpg, like this. We are defining the path. So that is generally the reference technique. So this is DOM hierarchy. Now let's refresh and see. You see the image is available. That means automatically JavaScript is taking control of the image and it is displaying some image. So we are using a DOM hierarchy to refer the elements in HTML. DOM hierarchy. Now observe carefully. Suppose now I want to put some value into this login button, not register button. I want to put some value in login button. Login button. Now, according to this hierarchy, can you tell how to refer the button now? Can you tell how we can refer the button? How to refer the button? Can you tell the hierarchy now? You can send in the chat box the hierarchy. I'm asking about login button. Observe carefully. Forms is array. Am I right? Forms is array. Forms is array. That means collection. In our page, how many forms are present? Have you observed in our page how many forms are present? 2 forms are present. In that, login form is at which index? Login form is at which index? Login form is at which index? Observe. First form is register form. Second form is login form. So login form is at which index? First index, yes. Now observe inside the form, text box, buttons, all these are considered as elements. Understood? Inside the form, again elements. Now, how many elements are there in the form? Inside login form, how many elements are there? Form elements. Form elements, how many are there? 2 elements are there. What is the index of button? What is the index of button? 1. Very good. So that means now we have to write the hierarchy like this. Window dot document dot forms. Remember, anytime collections are used with a plural word in computer technologies, whenever a plural word is used, means it's a collection. Understood? Forms, images, collection. So forms of 0 or 1, this first one. Okay. In that, we have elements. Elements of 1. And that element is a button. So button will have a value. Value is equal to login. That's how we are defining. Now you can see that automatically it will put the value as login for that. That's how it works. The DOM hierarchy. Now I want to put the value for register button. Here, register button. Now tell me how to write the value for register button, how to write. Tell the hierarchy now. How to define that? Tell the hierarchy. Button is at which index? Observe. Inside that form, button index is how much? Inside the form, button index is how much? Register form is at 0 or 1. Yeah. Yes, good. So it has to get like this. Window dot document dot forms of 0 dot elements of 1 dot value is equal to register. Understood, everyone? Understood? Huh? Right. Because in that form also 2 elements are there. Right. So that is how we refer. Now let's run this and see. You can see the same register button is there. So that is how actually the elements can be referred. We call it as DOM hierarchy. So everyone understood this? Is it clear how to refer? Right. That is the DOM hierarchy. What is good is this is the fastest way of understanding. Not only fastest way of understanding, if I want to access all forms, all buttons, or all elements inside the form at a time, then this index-based reference will be easier, faster. But what is drawback of this technique is, what is problem with this technique is, for example, if I change the position of anything inside the page, that means, for example, I move this button in register before the text box, then its index number will change. And when its index number will change, then automatically it will misplace the value. Now, whenever the position of object changes, we have to change the code again. We need to change the index number in the code again. So this is very risky option, that technique. Why? Because generally new elements may be added, some modifications may be done in the page. Sometimes new contents will be added. And if position of image is changing, if the position of image is changing, then we have to change the index in the code every time. This is very risky. This is very risky. So that is why this is not good in every situation. This is not good in every situation. So, but this is okay. We can try this if we are trying to access all the elements at a time. We can do that, right? That's what actually the DOM hierarchy is, right? Yeah, 1 second. Right. So that is the DOM hierarchy. By using the DOM hierarchy, we can refer, but we have some issues. So we can use another technique. So that is, by using name, you can refer by using name. Refer by using name is every element inside the page. That means I will remove this hierarchy. Okay. Now again, it is normal. Again, it is normal. I will shift the button here. So again, it is normal. Okay, empty. You can refer by using name. For that, what we can do is, for every element, we can give a name. So image, it can have a name as pic, something. For form, we can have a name. So name is FRM register, FRM register. So in that text box can have a name. Of course, remember, we can give name to only the element that we want to use. It's not mandatory that you have to give name to everyone. So txt name, and here button name, btn register. Okay, these are the names given for them. Now second form is having a name, FRM login, and this is having a name, txt email, and we have a name, so btn login. That is the name defined. Now here, generally, what happens is, if you have names, it's easy to access by the reference of name. It's very simple. Now I want to access the image, and you see the image name is pic. Here in body load, you can simply write pic.src. Pic.src is equal to /assets/ some shoe1.jpg, and you can see it will directly apply that. That looks good. That's very easy. That's very fast. But we have some problems with this. Name reference also have some problem. What is the problem with name reference is actually the problem with name reference, nothing but you all people know that I told you in HTML difference between name and ID. So several elements can have same name. That means another element also can have the same name called pic. That means name can be common for several elements. In that case, it will affect everywhere. So that is problem with name, because name can be common for several elements. Already we learned that. That is one problem. But if you are not having several elements, or if you want at every location to apply that image, that's okay, that's good. But if you have same name element somewhere else, but for that we want a different functionality, you cannot. It will apply same for everyone. Another problem is there. Another problem is, if any element is present as a child element means inside another parent element, you cannot refer the child elements directly. We cannot refer the child elements directly. We cannot refer the child elements directly. So technically, here the problem is when you are trying to refer. Suppose I want to refer register button. Its name is BTN register. I am accessing it. BTN register. Okay, dot value is equal to register. I am giving like this. And when I save this, so you can see that it's not working. It's not working. Why? Because register button is a child element. Its parent is form. So without referring the form, you cannot refer the child element. Without referring the form, you cannot refer this element. So text box or button, you can't refer them directly. You have to refer the parent and then child. I'm trying directly here. It's not working. Because it is a child element, then we have to refer the parent. Parent is FRM register. In that FRM register dot BTN register. In that value register. And you can see now it is working fine. The same for login also. FRM login, in that BTN login, for that value is equal to login. It can apply that. So what is good is, even you change the position of any element. Suppose I removed this button from here. I kept here. And even you change the position of the button, it doesn't matter. Wherever it goes, button is button with that value. So because we are not referring with index, we are referring by the name. Where it is defined, it will be there. That's how it refers. This is generally reference by name, how you refer, how you configure by name. The problem with reference by name is common name can be there for several elements. Then it will conflict at various locations. Another point is we have the problem of hierarchy. If a element is present in a very lengthy hierarchy of its parent, in a parent, another child, in that child, another child, without referring all of the parents, you cannot access the child element directly. That is lengthy reference technique actually. These are the issues. But if you don't have lengthy hierarchies, if they are present in the page directly, so then you can refer them by the name and use them by the name. That looks easy. For example, suppose you see here image, here I have input type button and name is equal to btn print. And you see here, so we have a button btn print. I'm accessing that here, btn print dot value is equal to, so print image. And you can see here, so when I defined, it's not working. That means now don't think that hierarchy means it is kept outside the form, then it will work. Because as per the rules of HTML, you know that this element must be inside the form. You may sometimes think like this. Some people ask this type of doubt. That's the reason I'm showing you this point also. That means now you kept a button outside the form and you are now thinking that there is no parent for it. Actually, this is not valid at all. Why? Because button cannot be directly. You have to keep the button inside the form if you are referring by using the names. According to hierarchy, it must be inside the form. And you have to refer the form. Otherwise, name cannot access. Don't think that without form, I will put a name and it will work. It cannot work. So that is the reason name will not suit for the elements, so which are present in a lengthy hierarchy of parent and child concept. So that is, if they are independent from hierarchy, they are directly present in the page, you can easily access them and easily use them. So this is reference by name. Nobody can say that which one is best. There is nothing like this is best. Depending on the situation, we use all of them. Sometimes we use DOM hierarchy, sometimes we use name according to situation and requirement. There is nothing like this is best, others are not best. So we decide as a developer according to the situation. So that is what actually the two reference techniques now. We have DOM hierarchy and we have name, reference by name. I hope everyone understood. Is it clear? Understood the two techniques? Huh? Is it clear, everyone, for everyone? Yes. Good. Now, another technique here is we can refer by using ID. We can refer by using ID. What is ID? Is we can refer by using ID. ID is the advantage is already we know that. So ID can be unique. That means same ID cannot be given for another element. So you can have unique reference. And ID, another advantage is you can access any element directly without following the DOM hierarchy. Without following the DOM hierarchy, you can access the element directly from any level. That is good about ID. So actually, for that we have to use a function. Document have a function called get element by ID. Remember, JavaScript is case sensitive. Capitalization matters. So we have to write the functions in the same capitalization that is provided by them. You cannot miss that. So get element by ID is a function of document object that allows to access any element directly. So here, suppose I am giving ID. Remember, already you know in HTML, element can have both ID and name. It doesn't matter. I am giving ID as pick. Okay. Now form have an ID, FRM register, and text box have an ID. So that is TXT name. Button have an ID. So BTN register like this. And others don't have ID. Directly this button have an ID as BTN login like this. Now I will remove this code. Okay. You see again, these are empty. I want to put a picture here. Then simple document get element by ID. And what is the ID? We have to define that in a code. ID is pick. So which element it is? It is an image element. Okay. So for image element, we use src. Dot src is equal to from assets. So from assets, some shirt dot jpg. Now you can see that it can access that image and display. Now tell me which one is good for image. Name is good, element by ID is good. What do you think? What do you think? For image, name is better. Why? As of now. Why? Because name is very much better. Why? Because why you are using this lengthy document get element by ID? You can simply refer pick.src. Na? That means in this situation, for this image, so ID is time waste. So better name. Name is good for this. Enough. Because if you can access in a shorter length of logic, why you are writing lengthy, right? So name is better than ID in this situation. So ID is not great. Why? Because why you are writing this much lengthy? You can simply write pick.src. That's very simple actually. So that is the reason. For every situation, it will not be great, depending on the requirements. But if I want to access button, register button, so document get element by ID, BTN register. Actually, it is present in a form. We are not referring to the form. And its value is some register. Now, remember, how you know you have to use src for this? How you know you have to use value for this? Because depending on the type of element, if it is a button, we know that button will not have src. Button will have a value. If it is image, image will not have a value. Image will have SRC. According to element, we have to define its properties. Now for login also same. Document get element by ID, btn login dot value is equal to login. So then we can configure that, and you can see it's working fine. So for some situations, you can use combination. For example, it's not like all should be referred with ID only. That's not like that. You can simply refer like this. So simply you can see here, we have some problem. If you have any problem, you can right click, inspect. In inspect, you go to console category. Go to console category. In the console, it will show error. In which line, what error is present, it will show. So here I have to handle that. So pick.src. Now I will save this. You can see it's working. Now we don't have any error. So the point is, you can have both combination. You can refer one element by ID. You can refer another element by name according to its requirements. So that is the reason nobody can say that which one is best.